Good morning, beautiful. Welcome to Cultivating Inner Beauty, where we're all about loving our healthy selves from hair, skin, and nutrition. And that, my friend, starts from within. How's your Monday going? I'm eating this delicious smoothie bowl. It has yogurt, chia seeds, banana, strawberry, and I already said granola, and yogurt. But yeah, it's delicious. But yeah, I hope you guys are having a great Monday. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you the secret to what keeps me smiling. So, if you've been watching my videos on YouTube or maybe you follow me on social media, maybe you know me personally, but one thing is for sure, and one thing I am consistent with is that I smile all the time. And a lot of times people ask me, Ashley, how do you smile all the time? Or do you smile all the time? And the answer I think is yes. And besides having a relationship with Jesus Christ, that's no secret. But what I'm going to share with you today is a secret, and I hope you can take that with you and use it as well in your life. But I'll go ahead and get started. And welcome to those that's watching the replay as well. But so first I'll start off and I'll say that I was reading this article on Physicians Weekly, and they were talking about how nearly half Americans they use creativity or creative activities to help relieve stress and anxiety. So first I'll ask you, what are some ways that you like to relieve your stress creatively? I gotta add that creative in it. But what are some ways that you like to relieve stress creatively? Now, I have some ways, but as I continued reading, it said that 77% of them, they listen to music. Now, I don't know about you, but I didn't really think listening to music could be creative, but it definitely can, especially when you're doing something along with listening to music. So 77% listen to music. Now, what kind of music do you listen to? If you're a person that fits in this group, what are some music that you like to listen to? For me, I like listening to like some Christian rap artists, and so I like rap music. I like a lot of bass, especially when I'm working out. That's the prime time when I'm listening to rap music, because when I'm lifting weights and stuff, I need something that's gonna like help push me to that point. And so, yeah, listening to something with a lot of bass and rap, that's my go-to, especially in the gym. I do listen to R&B every now and then, not as much as I used to, but yeah, I listen to that sometimes. But when I'm trying to create something, I'm not really listening to music. But I'm a person, I'll share mine later, but yes, listening to music is 77%. Then the next thing that they said that was very high was solving puzzles. So over 39% of Americans, they solve puzzles. I'm not so much of a puzzle person. I do crossword puzzles every now and then. I do know people, they do crossword puzzles, they do the Sudokus, and those are the only puzzles that I know of. But yeah, I do know people that do that. But Yeah, I'm not so much of that person, but they said 39% of people do that, and it helps to relieve stress and tension. Now, I remember seeing one of my uncles, like in the evening, he would always do like crossword puzzles in the evening time, and I think that helped him a lot with his stress. Another thing that they share is that 25% people they either sing and dance. So, do you fit in that category? Now, if you watch some of my shorts and videos like that, then you would probably see me every now and then do a little dance. But that's just because I'm random and I just like doing things in the moment. So that's what I do now. But growing up, I did jazz and tap, and I did that a lot after school. Most of my dance classes, it was like on Wednesdays, maybe Tuesdays and Wednesdays afternoon after school. So I did that. I also did singing on the children's choir for a bit at my church. And so, yeah, I guess I fit in that category. But yes, dancing definitely helped with, and I didn't really have a stressful day at school, but it was a lot with, of course, sometimes with school and dealing with some of the classmates. So dancing was great to just relax from. And the last thing that they share is that people that draw, paint, and sculpt, 24% of Americans, they do that. So do you fit in that category? Now, me, I don't draw too much. I know, so one thing that I shared is that I write children books. And so my illustrator, she's from the Philippines. And so when I first wrote my first children's book, and I was trying to tell her my ideal description of for my character, it was kind of hard to explain just through words. And so I would try to find pictures to kind of describe the character that I want. But then what I ended up doing was drawing a picture of how I wanted my character to look, and that helped her a lot. So drawing definitely helped with our conversation back and forth, but it also helped with in that moment it helped with relieving stress, because me trying to describe what I want, maybe she didn't really understand me, and so it helped with just relieving the part of her trying to figure out what I'm trying to say and me trying to describe the characters that I wanted. So that helped. Paint, I don't paint. I do like paint and sips. So what about you? Do you paint and sip? And then there's sculpting. I told my husband I want to go to a sculpting class because we've never did that before. Now we went to like a clay class where, well, it's not really a class, but it was like a clay place where things were already made. So what you would do, you would just paint, and then you would give it to the people in the shop, and then they would put the ceramic glaze over it, and that would be it. And so that's the most I did. We do have a small little pottery thing that we got from the store here, but I would like to go to a class where I could actually make it myself, like have it between my legs and make it. So if you've ever did that before, then share in the comments how your experience was with that. But yeah, so those are some of the top ways that people like to relieve their stress creatively. For me, I like to write. Of course, writing helps me to express myself. There's no certain way to do it, especially when I'm journaling. I'm just expressing myself. I'm just sharing the thoughts that's in my head, and I'm just getting them out, and that helps me a lot. Another thing, I enjoy being a nutritionist. And so you make, like, looking afar, you may think that being a nutritionist isn't creative, but what makes it creative is that I'm able to meet different people and I'm able to address their needs. And one thing about meeting, especially one-on-one, everyone has, maybe they have the same type of goal, but it's up to me to show up creatively and give them a different type of solution, because what may work for one person may not work for another person. And so I love figuring that out. And another thing, what do I like to do? I listen to music, but I love listening to podcasts. And podcasts helps me to, it actually gives me more inspiration. So it's relaxing for me, but it gives me inspiration to do work. What else? What else? What else? So those are the top ways I like to be creative. And that's what keeps a smile on my face, because I'm not doing the same thing every day. And I'm able to express myself. So God made all of us different. And being creative, we're not only showing what we're talented to do, but we're also expressing Him in our different fingerprints. And so what I'm able to do, you may not be able to do, and what you're able to do, I can't do. And that's okay, because when we collaborate and when we work together, then it comes out beautiful. And so that's the secret to what keeps me smiling. And I want you to find a creative way to express yourself today. What is something that'll help make you smile today? Oh, and another thing I forgot to share is just, well, actually, I'll share it like this. So, what are some, I'll just say, okay, never mind. Some of the ways that help me to get in that creative space, because sometimes you may be like, well, I can't write like you and I can't do this like you, and that's okay. But what are some ways that could help get you into that creative space? For me, it's walking in nature. So just walking, it helps me to, like, kind of daydream a little bit. And once I start to get my mind out there, then I'm able to jot down some ideas of things I want to do. Some of the best ideas come from walking and being in the shower. Being in the shower early in the morning, that gets my wires going. What's another thing? Oh, coloring. Just finding something to color. I'm also a person that love to doodle a lot. So I just doodle like random things, and then that gives me ideas to create. Even with creating this smoothie bowl that I have, that helps me to create as well. There's different ways to create things. You just have to start small, and then your ideas will start to come. So yes, that's what I encourage you to do. Find what keeps you smiling and do that today. Share in the comments what you did, because I want to know. And yeah, that is today's tip. So I hope that helps you today. and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye, beautiful.